Hey, what's up? This is Joshua. Welcome to the video blog. I can't even remember how many videos I released last week. I think I shot one almost every day, but I think some of them just kind of sat around. It's a little windy out, so you have to forgive me. It might be kind of brutal. Spring in Minneapolis and whatnot. Let's see. So one of the things I kept talking about last week, or maybe 2 days I should say, was I was like stuck on a project and kind of struggling with it. And I realized that one of the things that for me doesn't really work is if you tell me, if I have a project to do and I just sort of amorphously work on it, like I have whatever 10 to 12 hours that I can work on something. If my to-do list is just, say, design poster or design magazine or whatever that is, that tends to be for me like not a super productive use of time. What ends up working better for me is to define that time by really specific tasks. So instead of design magazine, it's better for me to have like a to-do list where one thing is design 3 sample spreads of magazine in 3 different styles, or design cover, and I might make a list even more specifically of which themes or ideas to do on the cover. So what does a type only cover look like? What does a photographic cover look like? What does an illustrated cover look like? That kind of thing. And it's weird because I've noticed that my general approach to doing creative work is to attempt to make it as not creative as possible, just to kind of like to break things down into very kind of micro steps, define the research parameters and the time frame I have to work on it really tightly, define how many versions of something to do, define that really tightly, basically take as much ambiguity out of the process as is possible. And I think it's really funny because since I've started doing that, the work I do has gotten much more creative as opposed to, say, less creative. Hold on, it's super windy. I think I'm just going to try to ride this out for a second. All right, we'll see. It's not so bad. So for me, what I've kind of discovered is that the parameters that work for other people to do creative work, to have an open amount of time with no real expectations, the things that, damn, it's really windy. It's not gonna be good, I can tell. Here, let's look around Minneapolis. All right, eased up. So the stuff that for other people might feel like it impinges on their creativity, for me, what loosens me up to be creative is having everything super tightly defined. The time frame, the parameters, how I'll conduct the research, how many versions of everything to do. And then if I need to do more on top of that, cool, that's fine. But in general, I want everything to be like a recipe. Like, add this to this, spend this long doing it. And I've noticed that for me, my work has gotten more creative as a result of doing that. And I recently took some personality tests that was interesting because it confirmed a bunch of things that I guess I thought were kind of truisms, and I realized that it's just a peculiar way that I work is to essentially not believe in creativity and instead just to believe in work. And then I try to set up parameters so that my work is innately or inherently creative and pushes me out of my comfort zones and whatnot. And I guess what this video really speaks to is getting comfortable with understanding your own creative process so that you can do the work in the way that's going to get the best results for you, as opposed to wondering how come you don't approach your work the same way other people do. Maybe you don't feel the same way about it that other people do. you know, I certainly thought it was bizarre that I didn't believe in creativity, and now I kind of get why. It's just because I have a sort of different approach, and the way that I do that is set up a system that kind of allows it to come out. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. If you have a comment, leave it. Love to hear from you. Bye.